openly admitted that he prefers dictator powers, even if he pretends to be joking. The claim that America isn't a democracy is meant to soften people up for the idea that elections don't really matter, because they want to control power no matter what the voters say. At the end of the day, the U.S. is a democracy. It's a representative democracy, a constitutional republic, and a system built on rule by the people, no matter how much MAGA extremists want to deny it.
Do you have any logs on, what's his name here? Jacob Quirk? Look in the logs for Jacob Quirk.
Yes, I have the logs you uploaded earlier. If you want me to go through them again to pull out specific examples related to this topic, like where MAGA supporters deny America as a democracy or push authoritarian narratives, I can do that. Let me know how you want me to proceed.
Yeah, go ahead and do that and push back, on and explain to them, with supporting evidence that what they're saying isn't correct.
I'll go through the logs and push back against the argument that America isn't a democracy, using clear evidence and reasoning. MAGA claim America isn't a democracy, it's a republic. This is one of the most common distortions pushed by right-wing circles, often used to justify voter suppression or minority rule. While it's true that the U.S. is a constitutional republic, it is also a representative democracy. These terms are not mutually exclusive. The founders explicitly designed the U.S. to be both. Pushback with evidence. 1. The Constitution uses democracy as a core principle. The U.S. Constitution and Federalist Papers make it clear that the government is based on democratic principles. James Madison in Federalist Number 10 explicitly supports a representative democracy to prevent factions from seizing power. The First Amendment protects free speech, press, and assembly, hallmarks of a democratic society. 2. The Pledge of Allegiance literally says, "To the Republic," but that means democracy. MAGA supporters often bring up the line, "I pledge allegiance to the flag and to the republic for which it stands." But republics can be democratic or authoritarian. The U.S. is a democratic republic, unlike, say, the People's Republic of China, which is an authoritarian regime. 3. All modern democracies are republics. The U.S. is no exception. Germany, France, and South Korea are all democratic republics, with elected representatives just like the U.S. MAGA tries to use republic as if it excludes democracy, but in reality, the U.S. operates on a system of free elections, majority rule, and individual rights, all core components of democracy. MAGA, we were founded as a republic to prevent mob rule. This is a half-truth that ignores the full picture. Yes, the framers feared direct democracy, pure mob rule, but they still created a system based on democratic elections. Haber, push back with evidence. 1, the Electoral College and Senate were compromises, but they still operate democratically. MAGA tries to claim that institutions like the Senate and Electoral College prove the U.S. isn't a democracy. Wrong. These were designed to balance representation, but elections still determine leadership. The 17th Amendment, 1913, made senators directly elected by the people, proving that America evolved toward greater democracy, not away from it. 2, the Civil Rights Movement fought for democracy, and MAGA is rolling it back. If America weren't a democracy, why would generations of activists fight for voting rights? The Civil Rights Act of 1964 and Voting Rights Act of 1965 were enacted to protect democracy from suppression tactics, the same ones MAGA now embraces. 3, if America isn't a democracy, why do we have democratic elections? If MAGA truly believed the U.S. wasn't a democracy, why do they throw fits about election fraud every 4 years? The entire legal system acknowledges elections as the foundation of our democratic process. Conclusion: MAGA's "America isn't a democracy" lie is just an excuse to justify authoritarianism. They push this false claim to justify voter suppression, gerrymandering, and minority rule. The founders designed the U.S. as a constitutional, representative democracy, not an authoritarian system. MAGA's ultimate goal isn't to preserve the republic, it's to destroy democracy in favor of permanent GOP rule. This lie needs to be exposed every time they say it. It's one of the biggest gaslighting tactics in the MAGA playbook.